Wasakichi, y'all. Part two. What is black culture? You heard? That is the question. I can't tell you what black culture is, brothers. Um, I'm pretty sure you can't either. You know what I'm saying? Or so-called black culture. It has absolutely no real basis in anything. You know what I'm saying? We consider our culture to be possibly some of the most ignorant things, some of the most unhealthy things, negative things, and projections of our characters. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to agree with that. I've stated, and I'll continue to state, I don't care. I'm self-validated. I need no validation from other men, women. It doesn't matter. Demographic, so-called race. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I deal with the scriptures. Nonetheless, when you think about culture and you think about other people's culture, let's just say for duality mindsets, the so-called white culture, you know what I mean? But most of us go ahead and chuck it up to their culture as stealing culture, or the so-called white culture doesn't exist. They have no real culture. You know what I'm saying? But the so-called white culture has a ruling class mentality, brothers. And that's what our culture lacks. Most other cultures go ahead and have that because they have a strong base in culture. Our culture has been stripped of us, which is why I say black is not a culture. You know what I'm saying? Many of you may have seen that and know that why am I streaming shit so low? This could be all jittery. I'm hoping it gets better. But, the health of this shit could be deliberate. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I truly don't know. But most any other demographic, where if you think of so-called Asiatic people, any like the Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, they all have strong cultures. You know what I'm saying? They come here to so-called America, they get their shit together, they get a business, and they go ahead and put their people on. You know what I'm saying? And many brothers would be like, well, they get loans more than so-called black people because they have a stronger culture, which I'm saying the banks understand, which is why they'll grant them loans in cases like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like brothers make it about the pigment of your skin, but it's more about the lack of understanding of your own history, and your true culture. It's way beyond this whole these man-made constructs that we subject ourselves to, like the title of black. You know what I'm saying? That's a man-made construct. The Most High never referred to anybody in the scriptures as black. Period. You know what I'm saying? And you may not agree with my reference to, using the scriptures, but that's for you to go ahead and learn and do your own damn research. I'm not here to sit here and gift everybody everything. I can't do that. I can't project everything that I've come across, that I've ascertained, if you will. I'm not sure if that's even the proper word. But everything that I've acquired over my 7 years of truly seeking nothing but pure truth, that's all I've been trying to discern and understand is the world around me and the truth of the matter. And I honestly believe I've reached that, not the pinnacle, but I've reached a great understanding of the world around me. I've reached a great understanding of the truth. And I'm avidly seeking it. I don't sit here and like top plateau. You know what I'm saying? I research all types of shit. I get all types of new information coming from all types of sources. You know what I mean? Interactions with other individuals. I can take that and see the good in it and also see the negative in it and discern whether I need to affiliate myself with that individual or not. Or if I need to go ahead and distance myself or put a full on border between that individual. I'm not a agent of chaos. I'm not here to conduct myself within negativity and in those thought processes and that aspect. I'm positive as hell. Many people could say I'm creating division and things of that nature, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because when you understand and whom I'm dealing with and the scriptures that I'm dealing with and how the Most High works, you understand that the Most High deals with division and hatred. But I'm not promoting hate. I don't necessarily hate any particular person. I can hate the spirit within them. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that that's not necessarily everybody's fault. Um, but at the same notion, this society cultivates a lot of wickedness. It cultivates evil for the most part. You know what I'm saying? If you just plainly look at it, a lot of people don't like the term sin, but all it boils down to is good and bad. You know what I'm saying? For layman's terms. But all other demographics have great, strong cultures, which is why they're not worried about so-called black issues unless they're looking for that validation outside of their own culture, outside of themselves. I'm not looking for validation from the so-called black community. You know what I mean? If you subject yourself to that title as so-called black, then you're bugging. You don't know shit, period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to bicker and back and forth with you, period. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? There's a lot of brothers on this Kemetic movement and all that extra shit. Um, brothers, you worshiping false deities. You got to understand what you're dealing with. You think just because the scriptures are based upon that does not make it true. The scriptures, um, or at least the figures, many of the figures sometimes based upon the Kemetic religions and things like that, are based in false deity, false worships. You understand? Like you have to be able to discern through the bullshit, and that's where, per se, the 7 years has come in for me. I've done my fair share of research, but I'm not done. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to get some more. I'm fiending for the truth. I'm fiending for the Most High. I'm always trying to and close that relationship, per se. You know what I'm saying? Allegorically, I'm not versed. I'm entry level. I was clearly state that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that egotistical person. You feel me? And like I'm gonna go ahead and kick this too. It's like my aesthetics that is more than likely got a lot of people to view my content. I believe were gifted to me by the Most High. I was put in this time period, this wicked time period, to become the artist, to create things like my daughter's painting and you know what I'm saying, flat earth, and to come to fruition and understand what's going on, how long it's been going on, why is this going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I honestly feel like it's the Most High working through me as a vessel, and I've ultimately been led back to uh, the scriptures and to pursue the keeping of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because it's not hard. It's hard in this day and age in Babylon, the land of confusion. But when you understand that life is actually simple, we just make it complex as fuck. And it's also it's not hard. It's not easy though. Sorry, it's not easy. Life is not easy though. You know what I mean? By no means. It's not easy. 7 years to get where I'm at type. You know what I'm saying? Just allegorically speaking. I'm not that may not be the same for you. You know what I mean? But I'm put here to help my people, my brothers out there, my so-called black men, fellow black men. You know what I'm saying? So-called fellow black men. Uh, I don't subjugate myself to that. I understand my nationality, and I encourage all brothers to go out there and seek their nationality and understand their nationality. You know, and you don't have to agree with me that your nationality is in the scriptures or your culture is in the scriptures. But I understand that that is facts. That is the truth. That is what's going to set us apart. That is why we are the light. That is why people are so drawn to the so-called black people. Big facts. We're the Most High's chosen people. Why do you think we're so idolized. You know what I'm saying? Damn near deified. That's what it is. But we don't understand. We don't have an understanding of our true culture. We don't have an understanding of our true history. And you know what I'm saying? I'm here to kick that shit, to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Uh, but you know, I'm pretty that I feel like that encompasses it. You know what I mean? All other nations of people have a strong culture, but the so-called black community does not have a strong culture, which is why we're out here murking each other, shaming each other, while the so-called black woman is indubitably downing the next so-called black man for the most part. You know what I mean? We got a lot of sisters out here that's understanding the truth in the words I speak, and they're and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to edify my fellow brothers primarily, but that's the thing, is like it's only the so-called black man that's going to edify the women. And I'm not here to deal with the so-called black women that want to disagree and go back and forth. I'm not going to do that. I'm not your man. I'm not here specifically to edify you. You know what I'm saying? You need to find somebody else. You're nonetheless the responsibility falls on you, so-called black men. It truly does, because the Most High has an order, and we need to restore order. And you may not agree with that, but it's the only way you're gonna get that respect that you're longing for. You know what I'm saying? In terms of that little hug or let's say validation from the so-called Caucasian people and the so-called whatever races, nationalities that you want, you got to look outside that, brothers. We need a ruling class mentality. And I will continue to conduct myself as such because I know my worth. I know my value. I am self-validated. I do not need the validation from people. I gives no fucks what the so-called white man thinks about this video. That's watched it, that done entertained it when I done gave like 2 damn disclosures. You damn nosy. You worried about the why you worried the fuck about me? You heard? Entertain your own ruling class, your own little this is y'all Asia rulership, yet y'all always fucking worried about what the so-called black person is doing. Leave us the fuck alone, and that's what brothers need to understand. The most ideals with division, and we need to get right. And we're not going to do that by intermingling with all these other wicked people and their wicked ideologies. That's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Look at the damn term ideologies. You know what I'm saying? You can see the good and the bad in this world. It's not that hard. Y'all make it more complex. It's simple. Real simple. But I'm gonna top this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming up on the 13 minutes or so. But yeah, I feel like that encompasses what I wanted to address here. I just wanted to show the kind of the correlations or speak on the correlations between the so-called black culture, if you will, and all other cultures. You know what I mean? The only demographic of people or flesh tone of people, identity of people who don't have a true strong culture. And that's why most people associate us with confusion or violence. You know what I mean? More or less, they're confusing themselves. So they go ahead and associate us with confusion because we are the most confused, which is why I say the so-called black man and my brother Judah, Chronicles of Judah 144 on the YouTube. I'm not sure if he's in the cards on this one, but I just done said the damn name. Chronicles of Judah 144. Brothers, peep him out. He got a ton of game for us. He's doing what I'm doing times 100,000,000. You know what I mean? Brother's very well versed. I'm not deifying, idolizing him. I'm giving him his praise because the spirit within him has provoked me to get active and get loose and target a specific demographic, which is the so-called black male, because we need it the most, recipients of the most lies. We have the least understanding of our culture and true history. I don't give a fuck if you agree or not. That is the facts of the matter here. And I'm speaking to the people that want facts, that want truth. And that's all it is. You heard? That's what it is. Chronicles of Judah 144, people. You got game all day, every day, but don't use him as a one all end all source. You know what I'm saying? The big source is here, but We also read it in a heathen language and an unfamiliar tongue to our nation, to our people. And we got to get back right. We got to restore order. Understand, brothers, it falls on you, the so-called black male, the male. You know what I'm saying? It's on you. Whatever you want to consider yourself. You know what I'm saying? Most brothers are like, oh, I'm a god, I'm a king. It's just like, king of what, nigga? You're in the land of captivity, fam. The land of your captors. This is enemy lines, bruh. This ain't. Stop trying to get comfortable. Stop thinking you got a kingdom and shit. Your home that's on land that you don't own. You heard? That's not. Come on. Uh, that's all I got for this one. That's part two. A little like 16-minute follow up. But yeah, out, y'all. To the next one, G.